Hi, my name's Faye and I'm a director at Clarke Chartered Surveyors. When building owners come to us to find out what they need to do to comply with their legal obligations under the Party Wall, etc. Act 1996, they're usually not too pleased about the potential costs they may face. Understandably, party wall awards are not something many people want to spend money on, and in the eyes of a building owner, do not seem to add much value to a project in relation to expenditure required. We spoke to several architects and realised that the fees associated with party wall awards can be as much or even exceed their costs in producing architectural drawings, and as such, we have come up with some helpful tips on how to save money on your party wall works. Before I go any further, I must be clear that we are not suggesting you cut corners to save money, but instead think about the relationship you have with your neighbour and how you can make this process as easy as you can for both parties. We have dealt with several party wall awards where building owners have previously dissented to a notice served by their neighbour and used the most expensive party wall surveyor they could find. When they have started thinking about their extension plans and have come to serve notice, sometimes many years later themselves, they were surprised to find their neighbours had taken a similar course of action. This kind of reaction to your neighbour's plan works can often sour relationships, causing bad feelings, awkwardness, and unnecessary expense for both parties. If you are served with party wall notices, we suggest that you think about what your future intentions for your own home will be, and how you would like to be treated if you were in a neighbour's position. It is also worth thinking about what you hope to achieve by dissenting to a notice. If you are worried about damage to your property, could you consider asking your neighbour to instruct a surveyor to carry out a photographic schedule of condition to protect you? You have every right to dissent to a party wall notice if you genuinely have a dispute about the works. We just ask that you carefully consider your neighbour's proposals. If you accommodate them now, they are more likely to do so and do the same in the future. The most cost-effective way to save money on party wall works is to talk to your neighbour. We recommend that you start a conversation with them about your works before you have gained planning permission. If not, make sure you get them on side now and find out their concerns to reduce the risk of them dissenting to your notice. An informal chat with your neighbours can go a long way to smoothing out the party wall process. We suggest that you sit down with them, show them your plans, and listen to their concerns. You may find that you can address their concerns without a party wall award, and your relationship with your neighbour will likely be better for it. It can be tempting to use a free template from the internet and do this yourself. However, in our experiences, the notices are rarely served correctly and can lead to bigger problems down the line. In some cases, the notices can be invalid, wasting your valuable time and risking your project falling behind. We also find that if notices have been prepared by a surveyor and presented professionally, neighbours are more inclined to consent to the works or use your surveyor as an agreed surveyor. Professionally presented notices can show that you are investing in carrying out your obligations fully and can help to build trust with your neighbour. Experienced party wall surveyors will ensure that your notices are right first time, avoiding delays and upset with your neighbours. If a surveyor serves notices on your behalf, they should do so with a covering letter which explains the party wall process. After all, not all neighbours will have dealt with party wall notices before. In this letter, you can offer to carry out a photographic schedule of condition to protect your neighbour from any damage caused by your works. The schedule will record the condition of their property so that if any damage is caused, it can be easily proven. This has the added benefit of protecting you from spurious claims of damage. Furthermore, this will provide reassurance to your neighbours that you want to protect their interests and increases the chance that they will consent to the works. Generally speaking, the cost of having a surveyor prepare a photographic schedule condition will be much lower than the cost of having a surveyor, or maybe two, appointed to deal with a party wall dispute. You should ensure that your party wall surveyor is a member of a professional body and is suitably experienced to be carrying out this work. We know how frustrating it can be to get planning permission and then find out there is another potentially costly hurdle to jump through before you can get to building your dream extension. However, we want to help make this experience as cost-effective and stress-free as possible. To talk to me or one of our excellent party wall surveyors, feel free to call us on 023 8155 0051.